going to call that a 0.4. Gives us a 0.7. And manufacturer airflow, CFM at 0.7 inches of static, 1922 CFM. Now this is a wet, nasty mess. They were talking about getting originally 3 to 18 inches of snow, and then in the middle of the night they said, no, we're not going to get 3 to 18. So nobody ever knows what it's going to do. They just guess. At least with our jobs, we're making a very educated guess, if you want to call it a guess at all. But with the weather, it's everybody's luck. There's no guarantee just because the weather patterns are doing this or that. Now I guess we're going to see what the roads do for us this morning. I'm not terribly optimistic, but we're going to give it a running chance, or whatever you want to call it. So rather than watching me, I'll let you watch the road. But we are going to start off with the new construction systems. We've got to leak search the air handler on the house with the zone, and then leak search the 1.5 ton condenser on the house with 2 systems. Replace the arm for the belly band that was bent. If the arm doesn't work, this thing, then we will put on a standard universal belly band instead. And I'm starting to think that maybe it would actually be simpler if I just went straight to a universal belly band, because those are welded ears.
8.2 miles.
And the belly band from the manufacturer is a 4-piece kit that's aggravating to get access to. I guess we'll see.
Turn right on
we were not able to get a pull-out, what they call a switch, in the schematic for the heat strips of the unit that's missing the heat strips.
Continue 1.3
Still
miles.
trying to decide what I want to do there in the meantime, because it'll probably take a couple of days for it to come in, and if we don't have both systems running on that house, one system will probably run non-stop. So I guess I may modify the heat strips, basically bypassing that pull-out handle, so that the disconnect at the unit is our means of disconnect. So stay tuned for whatever I decide to do here. So, I found this at the shop. It should work. I'm going to be replacing, I believe it's this belly band, or arm. So, that's the one we're going to remove. That's great. This one does have the tool marks, so even though I seem to have lost track of exactly which one I was dealing with, that one does have tool marks where I tried to bend it. It's got a little bit more of a bend to it than it's supposed to. The problem being, this arm doesn't line up. It's longer. We've got basically my hand's width, and then a lot more than my hand's width. Okay. Yep. Rather than lamenting the issue, I'll go ahead and just put that universal band on it. Okay. So we got our universal kit here. And we're going to have to line it up with some of these other holes rather than the holes that it started out on. But that should work right there. Go ahead and get our grommets in. Got our grommets in, put our little rings in, and then we screw on. That should work. Now we gotta see if we can find some kind of evaporator coil leak. We'll give it a sniff, see what we come up with. Well, I suppose it is possible to be in the refrigerant piping instead. Alright, I guess we'll move outside and check the line set where we can. This is the one that wouldn't pull a vacuum under 1600 microns. Wouldn't pull under 1600, but it was holding pressure. I have a feeling that's where our leak is. There is a little bit of a story here in that this condenser was stolen just a few weeks ago, and we had to come back out and replace it. And I'm not shocked if when we replaced the system we couldn't get good access to this and didn't get a good pressure test on it.
coming down on me.